I just recommend listening to the lore bits behind Necroloid on Deimos first. Okay, where do I go do that at, Victor? Thank you so much for the 1,000 bits. Necromech embellishments? What do we do? Go down behind them. Wait, what? Oh, the symbols. Okay.
Loke. Void.
Wrong one. All right, everybody. I'm sorry.
Zata. Truth. It began long before us. We who now live our perfect and dull, endless lives. It began long before these moon palaces and body markets hurling around our golden sun. It began long before our light coil thinkers, our radiation wars, our oil, smoke. It began with us, the continuity and its twin, wanderlust. The need for unseen shores deep in our marrow. No judge, jester, queen, or king can escape this old blood.
You damn right.
We are nomads. Eternal.
Hell yeah.
And when no ocean, mountain, or sky could contain us, our gaze hungered starward.
Working on it.
Afar, they mocked us with their brittle light, winking and jeering like dangling iotons, forever out of reach, illuminating the truth. Immortal as we are, we die with the sun. That's where I come in.
Hold up.
Jahu. Form. My departure was a day less than any other. When I stepped inside the bell, I saw no crowd through its seriglass, no skeptical onlookers, no regal send-off. They all had given up on me and my paradoxical formulations. The wasted years had all shown the void to be just that. Nothing. No energy, no entanglement, no form. To spacefaring ambitions, a dead end. On the day, my laboratory was mostly vacant of witnesses, most of all of expectation. Only my sluggish attendants, my sagacious Kavat, Kalimos, and of course my daughter. I had raised her alone, but with inconsistent vigor. In those eyes, her mother's, I did see a terrible reflection of a man that did not exist. A brave and principled man about to make history. In truth, he was a void himself, an outcast, a joke, and nothing. Driven by my humiliation, failure had made me bitter and reckless. I would dive into the depths myself to prove them all wrong. I gave the signal. My daughter grasped the lever. Kalemos then belted out a desperate, rasping growl. But it was too late.
Wait, what?
Vom. Order. The calipers yawed open the wall between worlds, stretching there a black trapezoidal gap. A door. A mouth. It yawned in the light of the room, splintering it to mesmerizing, unearthly hues. And I, inside the bell, dropping obliquely toward it from my gallows. Mass and time rippled as a sudden vortex jawed before me. My head was vapor, my feet lodestone. The bell around me flexed like a rat paralyzed in a winding, gulping snake. I faltered in the awe of it, stumbling against the seriglass, and with that shifted the bell's path through the wall. It grazed the caliper membrane, the edge of the door. No worldly edge was as thin, as sharp as could split even light. As the bell faintly grazed it, the seriglass was all at once rendered like strips of flesh by Dax blade. My enclosure was beheaded in an instant, but still, I fell, sideways, into the void.
Oh my god, dude, look at all this lore. Hot damn. Okay, before we go any further, am I supposed to know who this guy is? The VA is fantastic. Albrecht is Mother's dad. There we go.
Thas. Chaos. Death was on me, I was certain. I was face down, eyes clenched, my heart pulsing the last of its seconds, and my lungs burning the last of its air. A sudden nostalgia gripped me. I grasped desperately for memory of a storm just past, the fumbling pitch of a child's song. Yet all these thoughts seemed to steal away from my mind like smoke through a vent. I would die empty. I then became aware of another sensation, physical. A web of pain, needles itching into my arm. At once I realized I was alive. Laying in the bell's shattered ceraglass, I groped the ground, warm stone. The floor of my laboratory. So, I had never left. And so, I had failed. Again. I heard a crunch alongside me. Someone stepping through the shattered glass. With great shame, I gasped and rose my head to face my daughter above me. But as I opened my eyes, it wasn't her. It was me. Riss, light, the senselessness of it, the paradoxic, the vague, untimed form. I was alone, but not. For I stood there confronted by myself. A twin, but no brother. A reflection, but with dimension. Behind him, no horizon, but a vast broiling sea of caustic light pierced at random by black pin stars. And closer, around me, a gale of flowing vapor, profane in color, billowing relentlessly into the nascent lack. Seeking all directions. I was standing on a precipice of familiar stone. Jagged and unanchored as though cleaved directly from the very floor of my laboratory. I wondered at the vapor's path, smoking outward more, leaving behind now the walls, the filigree gold, the rare cuts of marble from my home. I knew at once the vapor's source. I turned away, back toward the wall, the trapezoid I had yawed into it. Vapor erupted inward at the gap, but not just from there. For as I rolled my eyes back, I saw the same. A great steam of scintillation smoking out from my skull. Dumb in awe, I faced toward my chimerical twin. He spoke.
Oh my God, dude.
Kra, time, an old name, unspoken in the centuries since my mother reared me. A soft hiss, soothing as a viper's gaze. Little Bengal. The other me reached out, offering his hand, gliding toward me without moving, as though the distance between us was now collapsing. A confusion, most euphoric, filled my mind. With the shred of wit that remained, I decided that I should run for my life. At once, crazed and frantic, I fled. But I made no forward progress. Instead, the world compressed evermore around me, as though I were an anchor pulling the shore to reach. When I arrived at the door, or rather, the door arrived at me, I howled, hurling myself inside, out. And then and there I was, lost and unlost, howling on the floor in harmony with my wretched Kalimos, lacerated in flesh and heart, scattered as the bell glass, spilling blood and stomach on the cold stone floor. But I sensed the other there at the wall's breach behind me, reaching still. I screamed, but my voice was gone. Forever. I looked, but my eyes would never see again. I swept my fist across the floor, snatching broken shards, and in gripping tightly, I filled my hands with ink. Close it, I wrote.
Holy shit. This is some of the best writing I've ever... Dude, this is so fucking good. And this has just been chilling here this entire time?
Netra. Decay. Time, to us, is all but conquered. Our sacred kuva moves us on to new skin. We numb to our daily, yearly trifles, and remedy those memories that bring lasting misery. With all our misdeeds, our excess, our indignity, we are haunted by nothing. But not for me, for with each passing day, there grew within a tumorous idea. It was minute in those early days, the pale-reaching digits severed on the floor, studied with reverence, with greed. And it swelled larger in the latter days. The regal domes, the rail dedications, the unholy Zariman parade. I had put the stars within reach, but at what cost? I never spoke of him, that man trapped in the wall. And while there have been countless souls who have followed me through with their light skippers and field wave skins and very-eyed instruments, not a single one ever saw him. Me. And so it is that I will not take the Kuva now, or ever again. This is the last skin I'm in. Because of this idea, that I cannot be sure that in all that smoked commotion, in all that panic and fear, in that bending light and blinding dark, was it I who escaped? Or the other?
Oh my God. Don't tell me that, dude. Albert, don't tell me that.
Loke, void. From brooding gulfs are we beheld by that which bears no name. Its heralds are the stars it fells, the sky and earth aflame. Corporeal laws are unwrit as suns and love retreat. To cosmic madness, laws submit, though stalwart minds entreat. In luminous space, blackened stars they gaze, accuse, deny. Roiling, moaning, this realm of ours in madness lost shall die. Carrion hordes trill their profane accord with eldritch plans. To cosmic forms from tangent planes, we end as we began.
I'm too sober for this, dude. Hold on. All right, so the prophecy, right? It's his revelation. It's just a poem. Just a poem. Just a poem. My man spitting the future right there. Well, this was fantastic. Albert, aka Grandpa. Now, we've seen the man in the wall at the end of the new war quest, right? So now we are going to do the quest Whispers in the Walls. What is that? Some strange dream desperately needs to show you something? Now we're playing Dune. I swear, it sounds like something straight out of Dune. Is this Grandpa? Okay, so what? What is going on right now, dude?
Oh, my lonely vigil is over. Follow me, Tenno, and on no account wake the family. Despite their conflicts, they sleep in peace. But a solitary dream plagues me. You must understand, constructs cannot dream. And yet, I have. In my dream, one single name repeats. Kalimos. The memory surface, long locked away. This was no dream, Tenno. It was a precept.
Yeah.
The Kalimos sequence.
I remember that name being dropped a number of times.
I must fulfill this dormant precept. The Kalimos sequence has begun, and it cannot be undone.
Well, hot damn. Those are all the lore tab pictures. Yep.
I have one responsibility in the Kalimos sequence. Awaken the sleeper. But I cannot do it alone. Please, assist me once more. I fear we are off the edge of the map and into the domain of monsters. Master Entrati never completed his final project, the vessels. The sequence dictates they cannot awaken before the sleeper does. Do you hear that? Let us hope the sleeper is untroubled by such strangeness. Find them.
So we gotta find the sleeper, okay?
Necromex, poor abandoned things, still faithfully following Master Entrati's last command to defend. Show mercy, Tenno, and them. Master Entrati called it the Void Tongue. He feared it was meaningless, and feared more that it was not. That book was like a diary to Master Entrati. His grimoire. No doubt it holds the secrets of the vessels.
Same runes of the lore.
And of the Kalimos sequence. Take it, Tenno. The grimoire is very active. It is reading you.
Medical meter is pulled to unleash the most volatile voltaic orb.
Okay.
Okay.
To see a compendium of knowledge used as a weapon.
100% ability strength.
Must. We need be in no doubt of your skill, at any rate.
Interesting. Okay, it's like a slow-moving missile. What the fuck?
A monstrous danger, these labs. Better off sealed. We can only hope the sleeper has been untouched by this vast horror. This great indifference.
Oh,
I ask too much of you, Tenno. These horrors must be stopped! If these fragments were to unite... Destroy them swiftly, Tenno. Right. Onward!
Dude, are we about to understand? Are we about to find out where all the fingers came from?
A trap? Master Entrati jealously protected his most adored possessions, be they objects or people. Come, the sleeper awaits.
That was the guy that tried to hammer that, in the vision at least, tried to hammer the coffin.
Kalimo sequence has begun? Did he send you? Is he? No. No, of course he didn't. That would be impossible.
This is, well, Lloyd, the original.
I fucking knew it.
All emotional centers very much intact. Did you have a good sleep?
Ah, the helpful necroloid my Albrecht had made, so that I might have assistance and company. Perhaps that made it easier for him to leave. Resume your duties, construct.
Resume your duties, construct.
Please, follow me.
This is a Tenno, an orphan of the void, continuing the struggle our master abandoned.
A Tenno. A deserter, presumably. Is it not aware there's a war going on? So, the war too is just a memory now.
He did hammer it? What was the purpose of that? No fucking way. Albert actually already explained, if you listen carefully, the fingers were severed when he ran back to his lab. The man in the wall was reaching when they closed the door, leaving his digits on the floor. That's fucking wild. There's only, I mean, how many fingers is it? They cloned the rest of them. Oh, it was a single finger. And then they cloned it. This guy's been in stasis sleep since the old war, by the way.
Tenno, while Lloyd completes his inspections, you'd better meet the Carvia, a reminder of darker times. Though Master Entrati always hoped the awaited operator would be able to understand them.
Your status fully alert, brain function exceptional, monitoring nutrients, subject sent into the void by Entrati on mission 3-1. Avian status, overstimulated sedative, recommended, revival process ongoing, subjects into the void by Entrati on mission 3-1. Surfing light status, extreme depression, no substitute made available.
An incomplete experiment, one might say.
Subject into the void, same mission.
Albrecht left a great deal incomplete. The vessels are unfinished, like a book one might one day return to. Operable, barely. The sequence dictates I am to wait for their operator. Clearly that cannot be you.
Oh, it can be. Tenno, Master Entrati's grimoire suggests you are the key. That colorless antique there? Use it.
This isn't right. The transference stream.
What? So is this 1999? Hold on. Y'all say there's a streamer mode for the music? We might be getting some copyright music. It's DMCA free. He owns it. We do have a live stream from the other day, the sea shanty one, where we didn't get copyright striked on it, but we did get, so like that entire video is copyright though. What they do in those situations, they actually put whatever revenue you could make from those streams into an escrow account. It might be a false claim, but I just, don't want to take these adamant against copyright. Right. I'm gonna send a link to, one of the streams. This one, we may have to just cut it out of today's stream though.
Arthur, find a terminal. Check in. I need to know you made it.
So chat, if this is 1999, when did this mission come out? The mission we're doing right now, which is the Whispers in the Wall. Just turn down the music. Dude, no, that's not, that fucking never works, by the way. Never take that advice. You don't just turn down copyright music. It's not like, oh yeah, you got the volume on low. All this shit, like Twitch, it picks up on it immediately. There's no like, let me just turn the volume down. This came out in December 2023. Gotcha.
Feels like there's someone in my head.
Nearly done with this bitch of a year. I wish we could just start over. Find that Dr. and Trotty bastard on day one. Then I wouldn't be alone on New Year's Eve.
Find that Dr. and Trotty bastard on day one. What are these, time travelers?
They found me. Keep going, Arthur. Find Dr. and Trotty. Follow him into hell if you have to.
Oh my god, oh shit.
It's coming up to midnight, folks. Is your PC ready for the new millennium? Or are you one of the switched-on thinkers who can tell this so-called Y2K event is just a bunch of bullpucking? Stay tuned. Here's where we find out.
A lot of noises! Why does the cat like us? Oh my god, this guy's grandpa. Never mind. What I just said it.
You are late.
Oh, shit. I can't turn it off. I'm in a motherfucking cutscene, motherfuckers. I can't turn creator mode off. You look.
Albrecht made it to 1999 in one piece.
Now I can turn it off.
But that thing is still on his
I'm
heels.
start banning motherfuckers in this goddamn stream.
Albrecht
I'm trying to take in the goddamn cutscene right now.
Return from the void, and never like that.
All right, well now I just fucking missed what the this Lloyd just said. Mods, start banning everybody. I don't give a shit. Pay to win, not pay to win. I don't give a mother. Start banning everybody. That's literally the man in the wall right there. I can't turn it off. I'm in a motherfucking cutscene, motherfucker. Calm down. Turn creator mode. God damn it.
Silence, creatures! It seems the murmur overloaded your connection. Unfortunately for Albrecht's cherished POM 2, not as future-proof as the label claimed. Alas. The murmur. They're attacking the sensory network I installed. Our eyes and ears. To arms, Kiddo! Play the warrior, and leave the tactics to me. Construct, I'm awake. Your one responsibility is fulfilled. Be with the family. They must be kept in the state of ignorance to which my Albrecht so wisely consigned them.
But yes, I see. Until we meet again, Tenno.
I'd crawl away in shame too if I'd done what Lloyd did. Doesn't that grimoire feel a little light?
The murmur presumes to destroy our auditory and visual senses. In all the time I have been asleep, they have never once been so bold. Ignore the caveat, Tenno. If Albrecht ever understood their babble, he never bothered to share that knowledge with me.
Holy shit. That's a motherfucking ear.
Here they come. After all those years of creeping, silent encroachment, something has changed them, stirred them up. The necromegs never could be compelled to attack the murmur. Albrecht suspected they could no longer distinguish between the indifferents and himself. A theory he was reluctant to confirm. There is a defense system of sorts. Gather enough of the floating Warframe glyphs, and they should reinvigorate the organs you're here to protect. A fallback system, in case the promised operator never showed. They're shifting focus. Get to the victory! Look at them. The indifference. He could have given lessons in indifference. Albrecht once thought the Cavia should have been destroyed. Failures all. But he briefly showed reluctance. And I saw no reason to punish them for his negligence. I saw off Grellem's thugs. I beat back the infested. And by the void I shall see the end of these monstrosities. Dust yourself down, Tenno. We are still alive. Rejoin me, and the Kalimo sequence may proceed.
Yeah, the blue floating things. I didn't realize the other objective there.
You're right, Fish. Lloyd could never figure things out. We have nothing to worry about.
If the Cavia
What
have been
the-
bad secrets to the murmur, I shall immolate the lot of them. Promise or no promise? It seems Albrecht said more than we heard. Despite the signal becoming corrupted, his words to you are preserved in the transference buffer. We should extract them. But for that, the POM 2 requires a replacement board. And those are all hidden away in the Netracels. You do understand that accessing a Netracell without a key glyph is completely impossible?
Alright, so this is the depressed one. What is that, the key glyph?
A key glyph? So, the Cavia have provided the very item we require. Very well. Proceed to the Netracell at your own risk, Tenno. That babbling oddity may be sending you into a trap, and if you do end up in one, I'm afraid you're on your own.
Look at these things. Lying around. Abandoned. Like you, Lloyd.
Talking that.
You are his demon, not mine. I won't listen.
Interesting. There's a chair.
My apologies, Tenno. I shall refrain from further outbursts.
I'm having a great time, guys. No, really. I know we have our slight outburst in here. Start banning everybody. I don't want you to feel like this is like derailing my experience. I'm having a great time. Originally, when I saw Warframe, I thought it was a game you got in there, you know what I mean? You get powerful, you fuck up some stuff, you do some gameplay loops, and that was the extent of it. I didn't realize just how deep this game is from like a lore perspective, and its deliveries are just so wild. It's like every delivery, it's not like here's your let me hold your hand ABC method of delivery here, you know, here take a big, here's another spoonful of narrative content. This has been great, dude. In that same process though, I do, you know, have to pay attention, right?
There, a Netracell. Albrecht stored all manner of sentimental old junk in these. Insert the key. The Netracell security apparatus is diligent. That door won't open while it can sense the murmur nearby. So eliminate them. Necromites! The lab's automated systems are trying to lock down the Netracell. Your only option is to destroy them. Cold stone. Sardonic aloofness. I was a fool not to see the resemblance before.
Out of the stairs.
You should have left well enough alone, kiddo. It'll never get better if you keep on picking at it.
Excellent. Return to me with the bolt, Tenno.
She's got a point. It never does, right? Some would say it's counterproductive for hemorrhoids. You know what I mean? Just don't touch it. Leave it alone. Not medical advice, by the way.
Thank you. A moment, please.
Oh my God, look at that ancient shit. Is that a Nokia phone? Chat, you see that?
Arthur, Tenno, forgive me. I need Lloyd to understand why I had to leave without him. Why I forced him to destroy the device after I had gone. And why I could never say the words he so needed to hear. If I had remained in the Deimos laboratory, Lloyd would never have been safe from him. You know of what I speak. And so I retreated to the only place in history where that entity could not easily follow, to draw his greedy eye away from Lloyd. And no, I require your trust. Craft the little curio whose blueprints you will find in the computer's memory. Complete the Kalimos sequence. Repair. Rebuild. When the time is right, find me.
The skin of a martyr doesn't suit you, Albrecht. If something mattered, he'd have found a way. It's too late. You heard him, Tenno. He requires your trust. So craft the bloody thing.
Yeah, I see that on the screen. I didn't know if there was a place to craft it there.
Tick-tock, kiddo. You don't want to be late again, do you?
What the fuck, man?
The Jahu gargoyle. Bring it back here and we shall examine what form will do to help us.
Cross, I'm gonna say you might want to take some time to better understand how to mod stuff without chatting in your ear. Can I just say, guys, and I don't understand why I gotta keep explaining this. My dick is in thy blender. And until the blender spits it back out, I shall remain balls deep at said blender. Will there come a moment where we want to optimize and min-max for the best, most optimal build? Sure, but until then, thy cock will stay in the blender and we will keep pressing forward. And when we are met with that wall, then that will be the humbling moment that says, hey, you gotta get good. You gotta get a proper build. For the most part, I feel like we're doing half okay. Interesting head right there. Okay. What's that noggin so thick, man?
Albrecht may have told you to build that thing, but given how he used people and threw them away, he may not have cared for your safety.
Oh my god.
If that gargoyle is a threat, you must take it from the sanctum immediately. Now, activate it.
At last! If ignorance is bliss, then you, Tenno, must be ecstatic. Come on then, bring it closer. Wakey, wakey.
Where did that come from? Identify yourself!
Please, Lloyd, let them figure it out. Here, in the jar. What? The fish with the big brain? Yes, the fish with the big brain. Can we please finally get this interminable process over with?
Albrecht used you to give the Cavia a voice, just as he used me to keep them alive. Such a resourceful man.
There's got to be a reason for it.
So, here we are then, the best of what's left. Clearly, Papa's plan was countered. Color me surprised. Right then, we may proceed with the sequence.
You animals have observed us all this time, have you not? You've given yourself a role in the sequence?
Indeed we have. Oh, come, Lloyd. It's named after Papa's favorite pet.
Oh.
Spare the rod and spoiled. We know the fragmented ones are heralds of the indifference. We know the chosen operator must summon and destroy them. And regrettably, you, Lloyd, have made this impossible.
Choose your words carefully, fish.
Tenno, the grimoire is incomplete. The final page hidden away.
They say he was lying.
By Lloyd.
Oh, sh.
Be a darling and retrieve it. That's all. Run along.
So be it. The gift of decency was clearly not bestowed upon the Cavia, Tenno. But I cannot deny the page's current status is lost.
Talk! Talk! I can talk! Hey, hey! Oh, Mr. Lloyd! Mr. Lloyd! Where is Papa? Why did Papa leave us? Mr. Lloyd!
Papa is gone. We could all be gone too.
Oh my
In an
god.
instant, like, we have to keep quiet.
Okay.
That's the depressed one. I just spoke right there. Well, imagine. With the gifted sub to Dick and Blender.
Allow me to boil this down for you. Should the indifference's corrupting touch reach us and take back our speech, we would be screwed. So, be a love and eradicate the murmur in this patch before the big bad gets word that Lloyd's awake and the fish is talking.
Tenno, there is some truth to what fish says. That page was the last thing my Albrecht ever wrote. Meant for me. Since I had no interest in reading his endless self-justifications, I hid it away instead. But with all this chaos, it's undetectable.
So long as the indifference is missing a digit, it is confined to the strands of Kra. Don't ask, your tiny mind would likely pop under the strain of understanding. This limitation is our one hope.
Do not patronize the Tenno fish. The strands of Kra are merely void renderings of the chains of cause and effect. Conceptually embodied timelines, if you will.
Papa's daughter excelled at explaining complicated concepts in childish terms. I see now where she learned it.
Referring to mother.
Arousing as I'm sure this is for you, the rest of us are moments away from an extinction grim, black, and final. So, if you would be so kind, finish up so I can point you toward that sodding page! Bravo! It was a long walk towards competence, but here you are. Now please, the page.
How about you give me the page instead, kiddo?
Ooh.
Consider it part of our deal.
What deal? What deal? We made a deal?
There. It's done. Keep it to yourself, Tenno. I'm damned if I'm giving Albrecht the last word. Tenno.
Filled hand raps upon the untimed door, and sans grimoire, we are undone! We've been rumbled!
There we go, man. There it is, dude.
Tenno, are you there?
I want the screen shake.
Listen, the murmur diverted your extraction jump. We need you back at the sanctum now. Hurry!
Ooh, shit.
It takes and it takes. It took my future. It's taking the labs inch by inch. Well, I won't let it take his bloody caviar.
Oh, shit.
Nodding indifference seeks a path through the walls, and then, Tenno, through you! Keep it at bay!
Ask me a question.
The strand holds. The indifference approaches. Soon, it will take on mass.
There's nothing for you here! Get out!
Oh, shit.
Tinu! The grimoire must speak with its own voice.
Look at that engine. Yep. Connect the grimoire to the gargoyle.
You gave me back my sight, but I would not spare you a glance. You gave me back my voice, but I never spoke to praise you as I should have. For you were my right hand, my strength, my support, my sanctuary. Even when the galleries hurled scorn upon me, your sole desire was to suffer it in my stead.
There we go, baby. There we go. Oh, never mind. God, the music's going so hard right now.
On your first day of service, you aspired to be worthy of me. I only wish that I could have been worthy of you, my lord.
Oh, shit. Are we about to have a fucking... What in the Final Fantasy? Is this about to go down right now? Oh my god! All right, I'm charging. I'm charging. He's doing something. He's doing something. I'm having to lift this big ass sack out of this hole. Oh, no, no. Wait, wait, wait. What's he doing? Oh. I thought there was about to be some crazy fight. Okay. What a plot twist. I did not see that coming. The power of love, baby. Aww.
Stillness. Tenno. No. Operator.
The strand of claw has been cut, while the indifference remains undeterred. I foresee a grim and continuing struggle to safeguard Papa's laboratory from its fell and ruinous grasp.
Indeed. I shall not waver. Protect the vessels. Repair. Rebuild. So runs the Kalimo sequence. And such is our task. In the version of the past we saw, my Albrecht said we were too late. The solution, naturally, is to arrive on time next time. You keep the murmur at bay, I shall fulfill my role. Punctuality. The Entrati family never could arrive on time without my help. And so, here I am, back to my old role, the diligent servant. Albrecht would have smiled at that, I think.
What did he say to you right before he left?
He said,
that it was always watching, that this was no way to remember me, that he wasn't worthy.
how do I still deserve your tears after all I have done?
Damn. That's a good line.
We had a deal. The deal was shook. A little handshake. All it took.
We
Though
did,
from
yeah.
the deal, the wee child ran.
Yet still, we end as we began.
Oh my god. It's the poem. All right, whispers in the walls.
Now that you're here, Tenno, let's put you to work.
Notice the flower. What about the flower? It was a lotus flower.
Tenno, the Warframe Corvex was designed by my Albrecht's own hand to protect the chosen operator from the hazards of his laboratory. This design is yours, by right. I intend to keep the promise I made to him. When the time is right, and the equipment repaired, I will assist you to travel back to the past, to the pivotal year of 1999.
Holy shit.
Perhaps, between us, we may change history. Lloyd.
So is that the ramp up for the 1999 updates? Gotcha.
Chosen operator, a friendly suggestion. You could do so much more with those melee weapons of yours. I donate my wisdom on both tool and technique. Listen well. Tenno-kai, a fighting technique fusing void and bestial instinct. Raw power. While I have never used Tenno-kai, I understand it perfectly. Somewhat of a mind master. Enough so that lost materials pertaining to Tenno-kai have been stored just out of my reach in the sanctum. Tools. Papa was not one to rest. Use this segment to unlock more potential for your arsenal. The arcane was an art and science that Papa studied well. The convexity of my bowl a magnifying glass on his research, and now your gain. Install this segment, acquire melee arcanas, find Tenno-kai modules, and observe the results. A swift deletion of your foes.
Let's do Lotus Eaters. A strange call comes from beyond and must not go unanswered. Investigate the sound. Oh, we're back here right now? Okay, all right.
Oh. It's you.
So many decisions right now. Are you okay? What is that noise? Don't listen to it. What do you mean it's you? I'm here to help. Careful there. What do you mean it's you? Pick your poison?
This isn't just a bad memory, is it? This is new. Do you mind explaining exactly what you mean by that?
You, my child, the great indifference wants to take. I want to let it. I feel only the call. You, my champion. Please, drown out that noise that beckons. If any other answers the call, no, it has to be you. Our paradox.
Oh, shit. What's about to go down right now? Okay, it's the cat. I'm following the cat. Yeah, this is 1999 stuff. Yeah, no, I've already seen the developer stream of it. I haven't seen this. I haven't seen this clip. No, I don't know what's happening here. I just mean this area I've seen. And then, of course, we were here earlier in some variation.
Do you hear it? The calls of angels, devils, life itself. It's grown so loud. It tries to follow in his footsteps through time. You must find him first.
The link to the past is forged, but time is running out while Lloyd works tirelessly and the Lotus keeps her lonely vigil. Step by step, the indifferent draws closer to its coveted prey. What the f***? Yo, it's that bastard right there. There he is. Right why are we even looking for him? He's right there. It's the man in the wall. Slap that like button like your mama told you right.